Hi, everyone. Okay, so the steps in compiling a bank reconciliation. So step number one, obtain the bank statement. So again, go online and get your actual bank statement from your bank. And then identify what the bank balance of the cash account at October 31st is. Okay, so as you can see at the bottom, it's giving you the daily balance and it's telling us on October 31st what the balance is. Okay. So number two, any unrecorded deposits to the bank balance on the bank reconciliation that were recorded in your accounting records, but not yet received into the bank account. So the best way to do this is to have both your bank statement and your book balance or your cash general ledger for the month of October. Okay. So here we can see that a $145 deposit was placed in the bank's night deposit on October 31st and is not recorded on the October bank statement as of yet. Okay, so this is what we went through ours, but it's not in our bank yet. Okay. Number three, deduct any outstanding checks that have not yet been processed through the bank account, and if you find any errors. Okay, so again, we look through our books, our general ledger, for our cash account compared to our bank statement, and you see any checks that we wrote but have not gone through our bank statement yet. Okay, and it's telling us that check number 124 for 150 and check 126 for 200 have gone through our system but have not come out of the bank statement yet. Okay, so this is the beginning of the bank reconciliation to adjust the bank balance. And if you notice in the picture from the previous video, we always have the bank balance from your bank statement on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side is your book balance from your general ledger. Okay, so just get used to that. Okay, so when we're doing the bank side for the bank statement, we've got the bank statement balance of the 2050. So if you go back here, you can see the 2050. We've got the deposit that didn't go through the bank yet. Okay, and it will go in because we put it in the night deposit. That metal box that's on the outside of most banks, we put it in there. So that gives us cash in our account that should be there of $21.95. And then we have the two checks that have not cleared the bank yet, but will be. So we want to deduct that off to come up with the balance of $18.45. And if you remember, the picture that I showed you of the completed bank reconciliation had the adjusted bank balance of $18.45. Okay. So now, step number 5, identify the company's balance of the cash account, your book balance. Okay, so from the general ledger, what is your book balance? So we know it is 1404.58 by looking at our general ledger, our T account for cash, count number 101. Okay. And then number 6 is add any unrecorded cash receipts identified on your bank statement. So again, anything that's gone through the bank as a receipt of cash that we haven't recorded in our general ledger yet. Okay, and what that's telling us is two different things. That the they received proceeds of $500 minus the $15 collection fee, and the bank statement shows that $8.42 was put into our account for interest earned. Okay. Number 7, deduct any unrecorded bank fees such as monthly service charges, non-sufficient fund fees, and deduct any book errors overstating the book balance. Okay, so anything that we made a mistake on, so by comparing the two statements, we can see if something doesn't match and then figure out who made the mistake. Did the bank make the mistake or did we make the mistake? If we made the mistake, we can fix it. If the bank made the mistake, we can tell them about it and get them to fix it. So on analysis, there was a charge for $23, as you can see, um, in the bank that we haven't recorded in our books yet, and the non-sufficient funds, the $20 plus a $10 service fee that we have to put in our books. Okay, so as you can see here, again, make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so there you can see. And now we balance at 1845. Okay, so now once we have come up with the actual bank reconciliation and we balance, now we need again to figure out, okay, how do we get this stuff in the books? Okay, one, anything that affects our bank balance so that we haven't recorded yet, whether it's extra cash or cash that has to come out, we can do the journal entries. But for the bank side, if there are timing differences, we just keep an eye and wait until they go through. But if it's an error by the bank, we need to let the bank know. Okay. So next is creating the adjusting journal entries that we see from the bank reconciliation. Okay. So for starters, we've got the notes receivable of $500, very similar to an accounts receivable from a customer, okay? And the cash we received that they put in our bank account was $485, but there was a collection expense of $15. So there, once we create that journal entry, that's going to increase our cash by $485, and we'll be that much closer to balancing. The other thing that we can record is cash, because we have cash of $842. So the other side of that entry is interest income. So it's a type of revenue. We earned it. Okay. And then this one here for the non-sufficient fund, we have to put it back to our customer and reduce our cash because the customer still owes us that money because it bounced. And then we need to record check printing, so office supplies expense, cash $23. So once we create all of those entries, I'm going to come back up here, and once we create all of those journal entries and post them, update our T accounts, and come up with our ending balance, we then would see that our cash general ledger or cash T account has an ending balance now of 1845. Okay. So again, controls around the bank reconciliations. So the employee who prepares the bank reconciliation should not be responsible for cash receipts, processing checks, or maintaining cash records. This employee needs to gather information from the bank statement and from existing records. So again, to make sure that fraud isn't possible, or not that it isn't possible, it's less likely by doing the division of activities. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know, okay, everyone? Thank you.